Hey, Sage here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP500. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios your price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Today we're going to be looking into this structure over here and giving you multiple different possibilities and reasons why and why they don't really work out. So again, starting the count from here at this top high of around $4,300 around the 17th of August. The main idea that we've been tracking has been this one, in which we were expecting this to be a three-way structure, and then three-way structure. Now at this point we have already taken out the lows where we were expecting them to be, so this is no longer the possibility or possible count. So how do we modify this? Is instead of B having to be at this structure over here, we would move the B over into this scenario here and have this as a 1-2 instead. Now if that is 1-2, we need to downgrade this count here. Let's get rid of all these here for now. We need to downgrade this so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here still. I have a different possibility here as well for this count. That is way more bearish as well. Hint, this could be some kind of expanding triangle here, although RSI is not really liking that too much, but yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, this would be the wave 2 and this would be third, then this whole thing was going to be a fourth. And again, as we were talking about this scenario being a possible five-way structure, it didn't really look like one, and it definitely was not one, unless we want to be forcing some kind of a ABC into it. But yeah, it does not really fit. But with this in mind, we could still be looking for one more low here. Again, why one more low? We had the lowest low here on RSI, but again, this more looks like a 1-2, 1-2 to the downside rather than anything else. Now the issue with this count is that if we are measuring this ABC move, we can start to see that, okay, this is starting to extend a bit. Now we have not hit the 1.618 yet, but again we need to be conscious about that area. If it does, then, and this turns out to be a 1-2, 1-2, then it is more likely than not going to be hitting that 1-2, 1-2, oh sorry, 1.618 here. And for that, again, we have more bearish counts overall rather than this. On the higher time frame, again, if this was a WXY, we don't really generally want to see it go beyond the 1.618. At that point, again, we would be looking for more of a impulse wave count downwards, and that 1.618 is already very close, $3,500 here. So yeah, if this is going to be getting up a bit, then we need to do one more low and give us some kind of ending diagonal in here if we want to be having this count still be that viable. Now the other counts was where this, instead of having this as a ABC here, like so, we would have it some kind of WXY. The reason I don't like about this anymore is just because the high here on RSI is taking out the previous highs on 1 hour and all the lower time frames, as you see here. And generally we want to have this as the highest time frame, which is taking out the previous highs. So if we are looking into the cycle or cyclicity of here, we see that we should have this structure done and completed around these bottoms. So this should be ending everything all the way up in here, from here on out. So basically the structure what we would have here should be finished. And for that count, again, I've modified this a bit. I've relabeled this into WXY like so. Now, the issue with this, again, is the same exact issue that we have on the first count, the 1.618 extension of this higher time frame legs. Even though if we could manage this into a three-way structure and this into a three-way structure, the expectation here would be that we are getting 0.618 well beyond the 1.618 extension of this higher time frame structure. So it does not really fit too well into this idea at all. So yeah, you see the issues with this count as well. Now, what is more probable, I guess? Well, if we have to be looking into this structure again, we have to be reminding ourselves of the possibility of that impulse wave count. Of course, this can be an A, B, C as well, and we have not hit the 1.618, which would make it more to be that impulse wave structure. So we still have some kind of hope of having this count as such, where we have this as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the third, fourth, fifth, and again, yeah, basically ending this count here. Now, again, the reasons are the same. Why we had the wave 4 here, ending everything before it, basically. And if the count is starting from here, again, we would be looking at the highest RSI, and then this would be the count here. Now, what I don't like about this, again, is that the third here would not even get in anywhere close to the 1.618. Of course, it is possible to have this wave 4 being something like this, as that expanding triangle, but again, that is so much more rare than anything else that I feel like that would also be very weird looking comparing this wave 4 to this wave 2 to this large wave 4. So it doesn't have the right look in my opinion, and this at the moment, how we put this, comparing them to these wave 2s here, fits kind of well. However, again, with the expectation that this could be a 1-2-1-2 setup here, this would be taking out quite a lot of movement to the downside, and see how we are going to be getting there. But yeah, we'll see. There's of course no need for extending downwards. Maybe the wave 1 here was already extended, and yeah, that would be the explanation why third is not that large in comparison. But yeah, we'll see. To me, we are at least going to be making one more low here before attempting anything upside. If we are taking out the 1.618, it is more likely to be a third, and then we would be looking for that fourth and then fifth again. But I'll let you know, and we'll look into that tomorrow as well and see how this is going to be turning out. Is there going to be a trade setup here? Well, at the moment, I feel like this has to be a 5-way move here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this has to be some kind of ABC with a diagonal here into that. So I feel like we have this as a possible 1, 2, and then another possibility of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So creating a 1, 2, 1, 2 setup. It is possible to take out some shorts here. So if we are take some shorts there, if we are getting to some kind of good looking levels here, at least the 20 or 38.2, we actually hit that already. So I've missed this possibility. But again, we would be looking into comparing against these highs. So we'll see. Also, it is possible that this in here would be that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this structure in here would be that wave 4 to come down as well. To give us some partner leg basically for this structure over here. So it definitely, yeah, it fits a bit better in my opinion that we have a bit larger wave structure here. So it could be that this is wave 4 already, and this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for that last fifth leg before that upside. But at that point again, I think the extension here, let's see, if we are looking at the 1-to-1 extension, yeah, this is already just a bit larger than the previous wave structure, and this should be larger than this again, as it is a larger degree. So yeah, it does not really make too much sense us to get more downwards. So maybe we have to agree that this wave 1 was just weird looking, but we'll see. Again, maybe I'm going to be looking into some short possibilities here. We have the golden pocket and some kind of point of control here, so maybe at that point around the 36.50 area I would be looking into it. Before that, maybe not. But again, that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Links to my free Discord server in the description below, and for now I thank you for watching and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.